I research how people interact with the environment. That means how we design the environments for them to interact with it, but also understanding the various mechanisms inside the body that enable us to understand how the environment works for us so we can create new environments for a better world in the future. The issue for the pandemic is really about physical distancing. How do we engineer the city so that it works socially with physical distancing when the physical distancing that you require kind of works against social interaction? And so we've been studying the whole neurological and psychological piece around how people interact. That's part of what I do. And we know about distances between people when they have a conversation and how many people you can have in a group and all of those sorts of things. So we know about that. So to me, how you engineer a city for the future is how I get society to be able to function so that people can actually have that social interaction, because that's the root of society, while maintaining a healthy balance of avoiding things like pandemics.
So we started looking at buses, and we've been looking at buildings and live events as a whole kind of set of research questions that keep coming our way to understand places where people are crowding, where there are a lot of people, and the air quality might become poor because there are too many people in a space.
In terms of COVID, we've done simulations of people breathing or coughing on a bus, and we are able to simulate how the aerosols move and are distributed inside a bus. So we can gather information of potentially how COVID spreads or how people are affected by it.
In this research, in this particular research project, how people position themselves in relation to other people. This is important because, for example, if you want to design future transport vehicles, trains, you may need to think about, okay, so people touch this place more frequently, so, more better design, and this may help sort of passenger boarding, arriving, as long as sort of the prevention of the future pandemic happening in transport vehicles.
The coronavirus pandemic is about a virus, and in a sense the city needs to be able to respond to it. I'm not sure you can prevent a virus. I think you can design a city to make a virus or a bacterium less likely to cause damage. So we engineered out cholera pretty much from a large part of the world by having better drainage and better water supply for drinking water.
It's a pleasure to work on something that has a real-world impact, because for over 15 months all of us have been stuck at home. We haven't been able to get on with our normal lives. And if we can do anything to reduce the risk of transmission of COVID and maybe other future diseases in the future, we would just be able to resume more of a more normal life, at least until everything goes back completely to normal.
We are trying to create that better world, and people really should care about the better world. So what are the steps that we can take right now? Maybe they're very small steps, but what do we do right now that will make the next generation and the generation following them have a better life and have better options to be able to choose from? It will affect the immediate environment as we bring in new innovations about making the world better now, but the real key is these are not just for now, these are for the future, and people should care about the future.